What's up guys, Peter here with Comic Creator. So you've worked hard to craft a message for your channel, you put just as much effort into creating a logo to represent that message. Now you want to try to incorporate this image into an intro for your YouTube videos. But how do you do that? So the good news is that if you're working on a Mac, it's not that difficult. We can show you how to make a YouTube channel intro on Mac using Keynote and iMovie. First, we'll show the basics for a quick, easy intro for your YouTube video. Then, for the artistic types, we'll reveal how to layer it to have multiple parts of your logo appearing one piece at a time, all doing different actions. So, I assume that you've already created a logo for your channel. If you would like a tutorial on how to create a logo for free, click the link above or the link in the description below, and that'll take you to a video I recently made showing you how to do that. So you'll need to open Keynote on your Mac. This software comes standard on all iMacs and MacBooks. Using Keynote will give us the ability to make a YouTube intro on Mac for free. So if you're having trouble finding Keynote on your computer, you can click and hold down the Command key next to your spacebar, then click spacebar while still holding down the Command key and quickly release both keys. This should open up the Spotlight search tool on your Mac. Type in Keynote, which will allow you to find it without searching through your device multiple times. Once you click on Keynote, a menu will pop up that has you either choose to edit an existing presentation or start a new document. For what we are wanting to do, we're going to click on New Document in the bottom left-hand corner of the menu. Keynote will open another menu prompting you to select from a group of templates for the presentation you are wanting to create. For the purposes of my iMovie YouTube intro, I will select the white color scheme, but don't worry, I'll show you how to change the background color on the presentation and even match it to your logo color if needed as well. But either double click on the white option or select it, then click choose in the bottom right hand corner of that menu. Now the presentation will pop up so we can begin to create a YouTube channel intro. The first thing you'll notice is the text boxes that appear on the white page. We'll need to cut those text boxes in order to continue. The reason why they're there is because Keynote is essentially Apple's version of PowerPoint. So click on each box, then on the top right hand corner of your screen, click on Edit, select Cut, and this will remove the text box that is in our way. Or you can just click on each box and click Command X and that will delete the box without having to click Edit. Alright, so you should now see a blank presentation page. Click on the Insert tab in the top left-hand corner of your screen, select the Choose option that appears, locate your saved logo on your Mac and insert it into your presentation. So at this point you can adjust your background color to match the color you would like on your logo if that's what you were trying to do. So let's just say that I wanted to match my background color on the presentation to the navy blue in my logo. All we'd have to do is use the mouse to click on the background. Usually when you add your logo, the logo will be automatically selected once it pops up into your presentation. You can tell because the little boxes that allow you to adjust the size will pop up around your logo. That's how you know it's selected. So click on the background, and then when you've selected the background, your options for editing it will appear to the right of your presentation. Click on the small color wheel located in the lower part of the menu, and this will open up the color editing tool. Once the color editing tool pops up, then you can select the small little eyedropper icon in the color tool that's located at the bottom of it. The magnifying glass will open up attached to your mouse icon on the screen. Move it over the color you want your background to match and then click. Your background presentation color will change to match the color you've selected from your logo perfectly. For my logo, I think it's better to keep the background white, so if I click Command Z, that'll take everything back to the way it was. Now we'll add some animations to our logo. So make sure your logo is selected again, which will cause a menu with options for editing to appear on the right hand side of the screen, just like with the background before. On the menu towards the top right hand side, you will see three small icons that allow you to alter different aspects of your logo. There's Format, Animate, and Document. Format allows you to edit the size and placement of your logo, as well as add some special elements such as a reflection below it. You can do some pretty cool stuff there. document won't really do anything relevant for what we're doing now, but to give your YouTube intro an animation effect, you'll want to select the Animate tab. 3 other options will appear below the Animate tab once it's selected. There's Build In, which is the action taken to have the logo appear from the white space in the video. Action, this one causes the logo to do another animation after it appears. Generally, we won't use that option since most YouTube intros tend to be short and sweet. Then there's Build Out, which is the action taken for the logo to disappear from the screen. So you're going to click on Add an Effect to start viewing what actions you can have the logo take for each section. And each option has a preview function to see what it will look like. Once you select an action, you can also adjust the duration and direction for each action you select. So as a general rule, I try to keep it as short as I can since people aren't really watching your video to see your intro anyhow. So once you select your actions, you're now ready to export the project for use in iMovie. Click on File in the top left-hand side of your screen, then hover your mouse over Export To. Once that menu pops up, select Movie. The Export Your Presentation menu will open up. Here you want to just keep the preset options as is. The most important setting is the resolution. Make sure it stays or you set it to the 1024 by 768 option. This is the option that is the best for iMovie to display it as full screen in your YouTube video. After clicking Next, it will give you the option to export it anywhere on your device, including the ability to rename the project. So let's talk about adding multiple layers to your YouTube intro. So let's say you wanted to add more to your intro than just the logo itself. I've seen some content creators add some logos of social media sites where you can follow them either on their Twitter handle or their Facebook page or even both. You could even break up your logo into multiple separate images. Like in my logo, I could break up the comment creator wording into a separate image and actually have each piece appear one at a time. I mean, if you really wanted to go that far, I have no desire to go that far. But if you did want to add your Twitter logos or have the Twitter icon or the Facebook icon or whatever, you would just basically go back to the same step where we inserted our logo in the first place. You would just insert a different image, which would be your icons. If you need help creating a transparent image, basically having your icons be transparent so you don't have this big white space covering up your logo, I made another video on how to create a transparent image on Mac. That link is up above or in the description box below. Follow that link and I'll show you real quick how to do that. I think in this example, what I'm going to do now is just add in some text basically from my logo on my videos, and then also add in our website address, commentcreator.com, as part of my opener. So with text, the same principle applies for editing it and basically changing the color and giving it animations as it did for the images and the previous steps we took. So you can move it around, resize it, change its colors and fonts using the menu on the right hand side of the screen when it's selected. And I cannot freaking text to save my life right now. Dear God, help me. I'm not editing this out. I don't care. Let's just keep rolling. I think that's how you spell launch. This is where it gets a little tricky. Keynote sets its animations by build orders, meaning we have to first select what we want each piece to do animation-wise. Then we have to tell Keynote when we want each piece to do it. So select each animation separately and follow the same process from the previous steps we took, setting up the build one and the build out function for each piece, your text, or if you're adding in logos, same process as before. So once you have each piece with the build in and build out function all set to go, then on the menu to the right, and it doesn't matter which piece you have selected, it's all the same, click on the bottom of the menu where it says build order. This is the part where a lot of people mess up, so follow these instructions exactly and your intro should function smoothly. When you first open the build order in Keynote, you will see every animation in there all jumbled up. You'll have to attach each animation for each piece into 2 separate groups, meaning one set will be for the opener when they appear on the screen, and the other will be for the closer when they disappear off screen. So I'm going to do that right now and attach each piece together so you can kind of get an idea of what this is supposed to look like. So I know that each piece of my intro, when it exits, it's all dissolving. So I know that each one that says dissolve, I have to put it in the same group. And it's not enough just to move it up, but I actually have to drag each piece up and then hold it over the top part and actually attach it like I'm doing right here. So once you have them grouped together correctly, you're still not done. So if we were to leave it like this, the result would be each piece doing its animation one after the other. What I'm going for in this example is each piece doing its animation on cue all at the same time. So you have to select each one at a time underneath the top part in each group in order for it to work. For example, in group 1, I would select piece 2. Then under Start at the bottom of the menu, I would select with build 1. Then in the second group, I'm doing the same thing for each piece, except I'm saying with build 4. Because essentially in each group, build 1 and build 4 are the first actions taken. And so if I say with build 1 and with build 4, all the actions being taken are being taken at the same time. And that's as simple as I can explain it to you. But if you've successfully completed this step, when you preview it, all the animations should play on cue at the same time. They will do the same once you export it to iMovie. So once it's completed, just go ahead and go back like before and export it out for iMovie. Follow the same steps, making sure that you're selecting the correct presets and everything. And then from there, you'll just import it into iMovie like any other regular image or video clip that you've pre-recorded. And typically once I have it in iMovie, that's when I actually trim the fat and cut the clip down to make it even shorter than what it's playing at this point. So I hope you found this guide on using Keynote for YouTube intros helpful. I have another guide for important items needed for YouTubers that a lot of people don't think about. It's stuff that I wish someone would have told me. Stuff that would have really helped me, and typically when you don't think about this stuff, it just kind of stops you dead in your tracks and you have to go back and fix it once it's done. So if you'd like to watch that video, the link is up above and the link is in the description below. If you'd like to check out our link for the day of Who Buys This, that link is also in the description below. It's a link to an item on Amazon that we look at and we're like, who is actually spending money on this? So today's hint is business up front, party in the back. This one's weird. You're gonna love this one. All right, guys, like, comment, and share, subscribe. All that stuff helps the channel. Don't forget to check out commentcreator.com. On our website, we also have a step-by-step guide in the description box below that you can follow if you'd like to read these instructions out versus just watching them on the video. I'll catch you next time. See ya.